Hi everybody, I'm Scott McGinnis, Armsport videos with the Cdn Nationals Hall of Fame, and myself, Joey Costello, and our host here, Anthony D'Antonio, are proud to present this year's inductions into the Cdn Nationals Hall of Fame. But first, let's give AD another big, huge round of applause for a great national. The first inductee this year has been in the sport of arm wrestling for over 25 years. It was really tough getting into the Hall of Fame without him knowing it. He's currently the Vice President of CWF, the Vice President of WAF. First inductee is Joey Costello.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. This was a very, very good event. Every time I come to BC, it turns out to be like an exceptional national event. Everyone here makes it what it is today. I hope everyone can help me next year to Timmins. Thank you very much.
The next inductee, native of the Maritimes, who could be considered an Iron Man of arm wrestling, attending every nationals and worlds dating back to at least the mid-1990s. Started arm wrestling competitively since 1978. He's a 14-time national champion. He has 19 times been a WAF world medalist, including 3 gold medals. He organized 2 very successful Canadian championships in 1999 and 2003. Now, my bad, I did not tell him he was getting inducted, so he's gone home already. But give a big round of applause to Silvio Borg. The next inductee is an Ontario puller who has been in the sport for over 20 years. He has won approximately 20 national titles, 2 WAF gold medals. In 1999, he beat Eric Wofel to win the open left-handed super heavyweight world title in Japan. Aside from his competitive achievements, he's also the organizer of what has become Canada's biggest and most prestigious pro-amateur event. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mike Gould. Mike couldn't be with us, but he did send me a note to read to everybody. My induction into the Canadian Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame and my induction into the Ontario Hall of Fame last year are by far the most meaningful awards I've ever achieved. To train for a few months and win a major competition is very rewarding, but being recognized for your peers for 24 years of efforts to the sport I love is very special to me. Thanks again, Mike Gould. Again, an Ontario native who competed and promoted between the mid-1980s and the mid-1990s, was elected as the Ontario Director to the Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation in 1991. In 1992, he was elected as OAA's first president. He moved overseas to England in 1993, where he got involved with the sport in that country. During his tenure as chairman of the British Arm Wrestling Federation, the membership level rose by an incredible 60%. Another big hand for Mike the Claw Hay. Mike also couldn't be with us, and he wrote a longer letter for me to pass on to you. Mr. President, the Board of Directors, and the CAWF membership, the sport of arm wrestling transcends beyond the basic aspects of its competitive nature. It creates friendships, it encourages personal development, it bridges geographical boundaries. It promotes camaraderie, it defines physical commitment, it underlines the importance of sportsmanship and so much more. But above all else, has given so many amazing people, all damn fine people. A family, a brotherhood, and a community of fellow arm wrestlers and supporters I am so proud to belong to. Therefore, it is with enormous pride and the deepest honor that I thank you for the recognition and privilege of induction to the 2012 Canadian Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame. To be included among such distinguished individuals who have created, competed within, and all on behalf of the best arm wrestling federation on the world stage is without question an incredible, humbling achievement. And I think I'll skip the next part. Once again, my sincerest thanks, the Claw Mike Head.
You were starting to cry, that's why you stopped.
Is that why I stopped? You read it and you'll know why. And that's it for me. Thanks for your time. I'm going to turn it over to Anthony Daltonia.
All right, our next inductee. She is one of the sweethearts of arm wrestling. She is an Alberta native who has won the second highest number of CAWF gold medals among Canadian competitors. She has a total of 13 in the disabled division, and she has 9 national titles. Laura Webb. So Laura's not here, we'll get that to her. Our next inductee is also from Alberta. She has competed between the late 70s and early 90s. She has won 8 world titles from various organizations, including CAWF gold medal in 1982. She has won 20 national titles, including stand-up and sit-down. She won a Golden Bear title in Moscow in 1991. She was named Canada's top female arm wrestler 5 times in the 80s. Brenda Vergette. Brenda's also not here. So our last but not least, we have a man who started arm wrestling in 1977. From 1978 to present, he has promoted and hosted hundreds of tournaments. He is a 2-time Canadian champion. He won the 1996 John Miazdzyk Award and was the top Canadian promoter of arm wrestling 4 times in the past. Mr. Andy Elliott.
Thank you very much. I'll try to keep it together here. I want to thank all the people involved, the many people involved in the voting process. I know it's a lot of people across the country, and I appreciate that you had the support and faith for me to make this happen. I absolutely want to thank, well, I refer to her as my little warden all the time, but it's actually my wife. I have to thank my wife, and I want to thank my dad, who's turning 80 soon. It's great that I'll be able to share this with him, as well as my young godson, Connor Beaudry, who's here. I want to thank all the friends in the Kootenai Kings Arm Wrestling Club. I want to thank Mr. Keith Koenig, who got me started in the sport 35 years ago. Thank you, Keith. And I want to thank all the people who helped me over the past 35 years to have some successes. You know, I've always had a lot of respect for the Hall of Fame and the members. It's got to be a pretty good group if Fred and Vern and Dave Hicks and Keith belong to it right now. I'll try to do a good job now that I'm going to be joining you guys. And in closing, I'd just like to say thank you. I am very appreciative. Thank you very much.
Okay, before we do 2 trophies, there's one other very highly personal and memorable award that we give out every year. And again, the author of Isaac Azumba is John Miazdzyk, and we give out a John Miazdzyk Memorial Award every year. And it's aimed at not only arm wrestlers, it's aimed at individuals who just work behind the scenes, it's aimed at the promoters that don't arm wrestle or anything. Just anybody that's involved in the sport of arm wrestling, shows good sportsmanship, all the aspects that you want to see in good sportsmen. And every year we give that out to individuals. As this was mentioned, Andy was a recipient a few years ago in 1996. That's a few years ago again already. Oh. So this year it goes to a young fella that has been in the sport not all that long, but what a mark he's already made into it. Right from competing to organizing this great event here today, the recipient this year, Anthony D'Alantone.
Wow. I'd like to thank everyone who voted for me, everyone who came out to support this event, and I've been in arm wrestling for 10 years now. It's been a great 10 years, and I plan to be along another 20, 30 years. Running this event was a huge job, and I want to thank all my friends, all my club, my wife, everyone who all my staff here, everyone who helped to run this event and make it successful. And what an honor. Thanks everyone, and I'll be around another 20, 30 years competing and promoting and refereeing and whatever I can do for the sport.